One of the vessels that took part in the raid on Utopia Planitia has gone missing in the Orith system, in Romulan space. We received a brief burst from the ship's emergency transponder, but then it went silent. If this was a Romulan attack, we may have a new enemy to face in this war. Command has ordered us to go to the last known location of the ship. Once there, we are to find the missing vessel and recover the critical data, if possible.
And we're back, and we're going to be picking up, we're going rescuing the Klingon Bird-of-Prey, or the crew of the Klingon Bird-of-Prey, hopefully. And we've got 2 pieces of gear, and they're 2 unique pieces of gear in this one, and some input sensors. I don't know if they have special looks, although I think the detection blast one probably will. But we should really get going. Right, let's get out of here, and we need to beam up. Now, lads, let's take us to our ship. Well, before we actually get in there, we're going to just quickly show you the map of the place. Now, Mars was over here. Kronos is down here. Klingon space is roughly this area in red. Federation space is half of Federation space is here, and we're in Roman Republic area, believe it or not. Up there is the Roman Empire, and over here is Borg area. So we need to get going, and let's begin Alpha.
We have arrived in the Orith system. The Bird-of-Prey may be in orbit, obscured by the planet itself. It may have crashed on the planet, or been destroyed here in space. It is time to begin the hunt. Ready to begin a sensor sweep on your command.
Good. Begin scan command.
There is too much radiation from Orith Prime. It's scrambling the sensor signals. We should narrow down the search area with more intensive scans of key areas. That small ion nebula is a good place to start.
Set a course for the nebula. I don't know if you've noticed, but Boar's taking over my engineering bridge officer slot. This is purely for the ability to get some of the Klingon recruit bonuses quicker, and she's herself is a Klingon recruit bonus. Okay, let's calibrate sensors.
Your officers are skilled, my friend. We now have a detailed scan of the Ion Nebula. There is a cluster of debris behind the larger asteroid. Metallic content is consistent with a ship. That may be what remains of our missing vessel. If so, there could be something left to salvage in the wreckage.
Let's find out. So, all that is. Pretty deck. Lots of wreckage over here, and we'll need to recalibrate our sensors. Just powering up. Target nose. They're hitting the debris, not. There's no way to spot them. Someone got to jump on those, not the other way around. Let's try that again.
I suspect that pirates have been ambushing ships in this system with traps like this for some time now. Crude, but effective. Many a freighter captain came through here trying to avoid inspections, only to meet a cold and brutal end.
Any sign of our missing vessel?
Sensors are picking up Romulan and Nausicaan alloys within the debris field, but nothing from a Klingon vessel. I'm reading an interesting radiation anomaly nearby. I think we should investigate it.
Very well. Helm, take us to this anomaly of commands. I mean, this ship's one of it. It's actually something you can actually pick up at some point. But, but it's a sea star ship. Well, I don't cover sea star ships that much. I might cover that one at some point. I won't be covering it for a long while. Let's calibrate these sensors. What is incoming? Yeah.
This is pirate space, and we answer to no one. Leave or die.
Shields have failed.
We have no rumba. We will never surrender.
Have failed.
Nausicaan pirates. They must see the Romulans as easy targets. It is possible they attacked our missing vessel as well, despite the alliance between the Nausicaans and the Empire.
If so, they've paid for the price of their treachery.
Indeed. They should have known better than to challenge a Klingon. Wait. Reading an energy signature on the surface of Orith 2. It corresponds to that of a warp core.
One of ours?
Indeed. And of the size and class used in a bird of prey. We need to get down there and investigate. There could be survivors.
Helm, take us into orbit over OF2.
Standard orbit established. We are in transporter range. Away team is standing by in transporter room 1.
Right, let's beam down.
Detecting bands of Vistrium in the rock formations here. It scatters transporter signals, so this is as close as we can get to the bird of prey safely. We should make our way to high ground and get an overview of the area. Then we can plan how to proceed to the crash site.
Alright, let's go. And as you see here, we got a nice walk up the hill. And
What's this? My tricorder's range has been reduced by more than 60%. The Vistrium and trace amounts of Kelvinite could account for some of that, but no, there's something else. I think we're dealing with a jammer of some sort. Run a scan and confirm my readings.
very well, scanning now.
There. Do you see it?
Looks like a low-level duonetic field.
Exactly. And naturally occurring duonetic fields would not be so constant in effect. This field is artificially generated. I'm sure of it. Be advised. That field will make using transporters difficult. I believe our weapons will still work, however.
Especially a Bat'leth. Understood. Remain vigilant. I don't think we'll own here.
As I suspected, that field is making it difficult to maintain a sensor lock. It won't be safe to beam out of here without using a pattern enhancer.
We'll set up a pattern enhancer. Set up a pattern enhancer here up here. I don't want to be trapped here. So let's.
Picking up some energy readings to the south. The jungle is dense. Many life signs. Exercise caution. Dangers are hidden here.
Indeed.
We are not alone. The rocks here form natural valleys and causeways. If we head to the low ground and follow the valleys, we should be able to reach the crash site.
Let's go, get down from here and push through this jungle. So. Let's continue on. Good. Good. Very good. Which features of little importance, but you really do not need to. But we're still moving along, and there's some coming up ahead.
I saw something moving. We should scan the area again. This planet is playing tricks on me. There's nothing there.
Yeah, I thought I saw something up here. Okay, there was something moving. Good. Not good. That's what's not one of ours. So you don't want to see it. Don't worry to like look like that. Yep. Okay, that looks like one of. That's definitely not going up again.
There it is! The Bird-of-Prey! Recommend we run a baseline scan before we proceed. I do not like surprises. There have been too many of them here already.
Agreed. Scanning now.
Those might be life signs. The radiation from the ship's reactor is fouling up my tricorder. We can't rely on our instruments here. Visual recon is our next option.
Very well, stay alert. Let's move out. Well, looks like there's at least a survivor. That does not like. Captain.
Come on. I am Katang, captain of what remains of this honored vessel.
What happened here, Captain?
We were returning from a recon mission and encountered Nasakan pirates. One of them got a lucky shot and knocked our seal generator out. We were making repairs when the Hirogen attacked.
Hirogen here. Have they come back to hunt?
Indeed. They are good at that. They jammed our transmissions and began to hunt us like animals. Shortly after, we crashed. I do not know how many of my crew remain. Several of them went into the jungle to hunt the Hirogen against my orders. Young fools. Always it is the brave ones who die.
We'll search the area for you quick, Captain. There's some bits you...
A Romulan. Not terribly unexpected considering where we are. But I do wonder why a Romulan is in the company of Klingon warriors. Keep him close for now. We can interrogate him later. We don't have to worry about the Hirogen putting their blades in our backs.
Watch him closely. We have enough to worry about as it is. Eh.
Enemy targets on sensors.
I'm detecting level 3 radiation burns and severe heat damage. This warrior must have been very close to a power conduit when it exploded.
Not how I wish to die. And we'll check the other remaining crew members.
This warrior survived the crash. A very sharp blade killed them, expertly wielded. By tracing the blood trail back to its source, I found a second drag path and 2 sets of footprints. I believe this warrior died trying to defend someone else. Someone who was then taken.
Perhaps they can be found and liberated. And however, you fella have got died honorably by trying to keep one of your friends alive.
I'm detecting electrical burns and plasma damage, along with pieces of shrapnel that could have come from an exploding console. This warrior died with honor. There's nothing that indicates they left their post.
To die in the line of duty is hope of every Klingon.
This warrior was killed by blunt force trauma. The wounds could have been caused by the force of the crash. If the ship's inertial dampers were offline before the ship hit the atmosphere, it is likely that many of the crew were killed this way.
Fortunate.
This warrior had many internal injuries. Injuries that should have been immediately fatal. And yet, they survived for some time. And look, their disruptor was drained of power. Every shot was fired. They died in battle.
Okay. Today there is a new warrior in Stavka.
That's all of them. Let's go talk to Captain Kitang.
Captain Kitang?
Where? Where is the enemy? I will die as a warrior. Do not let me die like this.
Be still, I'll tend to your wounds, Captain.
My strength returns. I will live to fight for the Empire. Do you hear, Hirogen cowards? Kitang, son of Karok, lives on. Meet me in battle, if you have the spine for it.
It is our understanding that you've acquired valuable tactical data, Captain.
It is quite a prize indeed. Complete scans of the Romulan defenses and the plans for a new type of warbird. Unfortunately, that green-blooded Patach over there detected us. Clever bastard was following in our warp trail as we left the Ratar system. Clever, but not clever enough. We detected him and disabled his shuttle.
I'm surprised you didn't just kill him.
Oh, I've considered it several times, but my senior officers convinced me that Imperial intelligence might like a word with him. So we threw him in the brig. Since then, it's been nothing but trouble. The cunning Toba managed to sabotage our computers after the crash. He'd have done more if my chief engineer hadn't introduced him to the business end of her spanner.
How badly did he damage your computers?
They're functional, but barely. You should be able to extract what you need from them, but I would hurry before the power runs out.
I am getting power readings from within the ship, but they are at minimal levels. If we can find a working terminal, we can use it to access the ship's data core.
Let's see what we can recover.
I have the data. It's encrypted. But there will be time to deal with that later. For now, we should aid Captain Katang and any other survivors here.
Agreed. So we've got the data. We can sort it out later. And Kronos.
Gablah! I'm ready to leave this wretched planet. Lead the way. I'll follow you back to the transport point.
Okay. Let's try and get Beam up. This is waiting. We're on the way to transport to site. Please stand by. Prep for Beam up. We have survivors.
Go! Catch that attack of a Romulan.
Yeah. Well, I... Oh, no.
Enemy target on sensor.
I don't like the look of this. He's been in multiple traps.
Captain Katang must have had a bomb rigged to the warp core. He knew the Hirogen would return.
Nice. Yeah.
Reading Klingon life signs up ahead. More survivors from the crash, most likely.
Yes. Oh. Time to break you
These
guys free.
Hirogen have no honor. If they did, they wouldn't keep warriors caged like animals. Let us free these warriors and send them to the pattern enhancer for evacuation. Once that is done, we can return there ourselves.
Katang bought us some time. Let's just make us the most of it. And let's see. This was like we're supposed to be set up as a
Where are the Hirogen? I will make them pay for this!
lead.
Evacuate? As you wish. Should I see a Hirogen? I may be...
Honor to you and your house, warrior. You have my thanks.
Lead.
I will not die in a cage, but as a warrior of the Empire. Kapla!
Where are the Hirogen? I will make them pay for this!
There's that Romulan again. Quick, grab him!
I submit to your will. Among my people, that would make you bound to protect me as you would an honored guest. So guard me now, if you are truly honorable. A large force of Hirogen are coming this way. I won't survive without your assistance.
Alright. Take him up.
It's not clear what he knows about Katang's mission, but we do know that he wanted us to capture him and escape from the Hirogen. The choice is yours. Shall we take him with us, or not?
Secure the prisoner and prepared to move out.
You won't regret this. If I ever return to my home, I will tell my people that there is at least one officer of the Empire who truly knows the meaning of the word honor. Lead the way. I will follow willingly.
Enemy target on sensors. Psychic damage detected.
I hate the version gear. Even though it's not particularly nice to get the coat. This is covered.
The Hirogen won't give up the hunt easily. In that, they are almost Klingon. Stay on guard. There may be more traps and ambushes ahead.
We follow that jungle path next to the hillside that we came up to get here. And this. I believe this is the path.
These scheming Patak are using me and my crewmates as bait for their traps. There is a spatial charge underneath me. It is wired to explode if I move. You might be able to disarm it if you cut the right wire. Save me, or let me die with my honor intact.
Right. Let's get us. Let's disarm bombs. Well, you know, it's like a new weapon. Green, orange, disarm. Now we can, yeah.
Enemy target on sensors.
I've sent the warrior to the evac site.
Yeah. Looks like there's gonna be quite a few of the. Another bomb. Yeah. Green and orange. Nice.
I've sent the warrior to the evac site.
Yeah. Looks like we've got 2 more to go. There you are. Let's see if let's disarm your bomb. Very right. Disarm. Yeah, now we're gonna move, well, other than we've got out of it.
Psychic damage detected.
The warrior fell in battle and died with honor.
Yeah. Not the way I would like to save him, but at least we can. At least we can. At least he's died honorably. Green and orange.
Enemy target on sensors.
I've sent the warrior to the evac site.
Right, and let's follow this warrior to the evac site.
There you are. Let us talk of victory.
Right.
Ah, I killed the Herodian leader in battle, and then caught most of his witless lackeys in the blast. It was glorious. Kalis himself could have done no better. Ah, but there is still glory to be had, brave warriors. A second Herodian Alpha still lives. He has been chasing me through the jungle. Now, we will fight together, side by side, with honor. Death to the Herodian. Kablah!
And there they are. That wasn't the Alpha.
That was just a prelude. The Alpha is coming.
You look more like it.
He's hiding. Watch for his minions.
Taking damage detected.
It has been a day of glory and of honor. Know that you are a friend to me and my house. What you have done for me and my crew, I will never forget. When we meet again, we will drink a barrel of my family's finest blood wine. Perhaps two, if we're still standing after the first. Ha!
I have the prisoner.
Truly? Ah, good. I have so many questions for that miserable Karut. He will wish for the tender mercies of Imperial intelligence when I'm finished with him. I may let them have him. Or perhaps I will drag him by those pointed ears all the way to Rura Penthe.
Let's head back to our putting enhancers. Right, lads. Time to beam out.
We are cleared for transporter operations and can leave at your command.
Beams up.
This was a good victory. Though Katang's ship is a loss, he lives on, a strong warrior and hero of the Empire. He will critically reduce the supply of blood wine in the first city while he celebrates. But that is a small price to pay, I think.
Indeed.
You and I both know we need all of the stout fighters we can get if we're to defeat the Federation. Saving warriors like Katang will help us achieve that victory. Ah, but I've chewed enough ligament here. Until we fight together once more. Serve with honor, my friend.
Indeed. Alright. Well, let's quickly cover the gear. Now, the big prize is also the space engine set, which is hyper impulse, which basically means that as long as you put more power in engines, you'll get more faster it will go. This is really quite quick engine for the Mark IVs, either you pick up a lot of ground gear. You can pick up the Hirogen Tetrion Blast Rifle for Mark IV, because we're playing at level 12. Or we can pick up the Stealth Utility Armor. Now, both of these are basically pretty. Not one of them's basically improved stealth. It gives you improved stealth on ground, which is nice if you are playing certain types of characters. But beware that you are not invisible. You just generate less aggro. When you're the only one there, you will get it. And the Tetrion weapon is pretty nice. And the stats will only worth looking at when you're on ground. But it is an okay weapon.
Everything.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
And that's it for the time being. And see you guys next time. And we may be having to fight some old enemies of the Empire.